Hey, good afternoon, South Jersey. I hope you guys are enjoying the day. We woke up to partly sunny skies, as was supposed to be the case. But as we go into the afternoon, it's just going to become dull and dark and overcast and boring as we are watching our storm system that we've really been talking about for the past 3 or 4 days now get its act together and move on into our region. I think the showers, the first of the scattered showers, arrive tomorrow mid to late morning between 8 and 10 a.m. And then I think the heaviest is going to come around lunchtime to about 2 o'clock. And aside from the rain, we're also going to have the winds. The winds are probably going to gust out of the east and the southeast to over 35 or 40 miles an hour at the coast. That's going to push excess water back towards the coast. And we have a new moon on Sunday. So the tides are already high. Guess what? We have a minor tidal flooding threat. Actually, solid minor tidal flooding. Some of you are going to come close to moderate flooding. It really depends on just how quickly we can get that onshore flow to establish itself. Already the winds are light out of the northeast at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Not a whole lot going on in our backyards outside of the clouds, obviously, but here is the heavy weather over Chicago and Indianapolis and St. Louis. Lots and lots of heavy rain out there, probably 2 or 3 inches of rain. It's not going to be quite that bad for us. We are going to see probably a widespread 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Most of it's actually going to miss us over eastern Pennsylvania, going up into New York State and New England. So we will catch a little bit of a break. 61 right now in Atlantic City, 62 in Philadelphia, 58 up in Scranton, 53 in Pittsburgh, and 61 in the Washington, D.C. area. Now, I want you to pay close attention to what these temperatures do overnight. Will actually stay pretty consistent, upper 50s or lower 60s. As the warm front portion of this storm blasts through, I think we have an opportunity to get to around 70 degrees, if only briefly, because of that southerly component in our wind. And our dew points are also going to come up, and it's not going to feel very comfortable out there. It's going to be kind of muggy. Dew points are in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees, believe it or not. So right now we still have that rain that's over the Ohio Valley, over western Pennsylvania. That's going to continue to push to the north. That stray spritz or sprinkle can't be completely ruled out for us. Early tomorrow morning, you're probably still sleeping at 3 o'clock, but the heavy rain is out over western Pennsylvania. The scattered showers get here by around 8 or 9, then begin to overspread the area. All the while, the winds are picking up at the coast. Not a nice beginning to your Sunday at all. The heavy rain looks to hold off until around the lunch hour or slightly thereafter. You see the yellows and the oranges and the reds. Can't even rule out an embedded thunderstorm or two. But by 4 o'clock, look at that, the back end of the system already out of here, and we could be breaking for partly to mostly sunny skies. So no, it is not going to be an all-day washout from sunup to sundown. Mid to late afternoon, we'll see the clearing conditions, and any activities that you had planned later in the day should still be okay. Our guidance is coming in all over the place, like is typically the case. We have the NAM coming in at about 3/4 inch, the Canadian just over that, our in-house model about 1.5 inches, and the GFS exploded this morning with nearly 2 inches of rain. I'm sticking with the 1/2 inch to 1 inch. There could be isolated areas with over 1 inch. It really depends on where those pockets set up, those heavier pockets. Right now, winds aren't too bad. A little bit gusty along the coast, 14 in Beach Haven, 13 in Sea Isle City, 10 miles an hour in Fortescue. But we are going to see them pick up in a hurry late tonight. We're fine through the rest of this afternoon and into the evening, but overnight we're going to start to see the gusts to over 30 miles an hour. By the time you wake up, it's 6 a.m. The rain isn't here yet, but the winds are starting to churn in off of the ocean out of the east and the southeast, and then we'll pause at just before noon. This is just a forecast model, an interpretation of what could play out, but I like the idea that we get these gusts to around 40 miles an hour. This isn't a coastal storm, by the way. No, it's actually wind created by a pressure gradient. We have high pressure up to our northeast, that approaching storm to the southwest, that's low pressure. The difference creates this wind tunnel effect right into our backyards, and it's an onshore flow. As that storm departs on Sunday evening, we start to shift our winds out of the west. We have a coastal flood advisory in effect for everybody along the shore. That's the Atlantic coast, the Delaware Bay, and going up into the Delaware River area as well. So just be mindful of it. If you get water in your low-lying areas, the culprit areas, move your car tonight. We're looking at those tides coming up between 7:30 and about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. 54 tonight, mainly cloudy skies, a couple passing showers possible, but I think most of that is going to wait until tomorrow morning. 72. It's actually well above average for this time of the year. We're going to be windy at the coast, mainland winds sustained at about 15 miles an hour, occasionally gusting to around 30 or so. 68 Monday, we clear out. We're partly to mostly sunny. We're very pleasant. And then we start to get unsettled again going into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which is Halloween. A pretty potent storm looks to come our way and bring us more showers. We're still trying to push that out of the forecast, not being very successful at doing so. Look at the cooler air coming in by next Saturday. Partly sunny right now, only in the lower 50s.